I had awakened the only one of its kind in the entire nation, an S-rank class, and my own parents pinned me down on the awakening platform, ripped my bloodline dry, and force-transferred it to my two-faced snake of a little brother. Not only did the entire school laugh at me like I was lower than a dog, even the top student who had promised to team up with me switched sides overnight. All because in this world of the Great Awakening era, losing my bloodline left me with nothing but a D-rank sorcerer class, the absolute bottom of the barrel. Meanwhile, my little brother, using the S-rank class he stole from me, Titan Shield, became the gifted prodigy everyone worshipped. But me, the one who got thrown out by his own clan without a second thought, the one they cast out like trash, I almost burst out laughing in the dark, because the moment my bloodline was stripped, I accidentally activated the Supreme Demon System. An S-rank class? Please. I ascended right then and there, to the only SSR rank class in existence, Demon Sovereign, a class that commands the terrifying power of the 8 ancient demons, and with just a few stat points allocated, I can forge Emperor-level power from scratch. Right now, deep inside the Forbidden Zone, one of the deadliest places on Earth, I watch a level 35 monster chasing down that so-called genius prodigy, stomping him into the ground, a giant slime boss, and I stand here with one hand in my pocket, the other hand igniting a rune seal's glow in my palm. I smirk, snap my fingers, and think to myself, you still don't understand what it means when I say I have everything I need. Now, back to Jian in 6th high school. 1 second ago, a blinding pillar of golden light had just torn through the gymnasium ceiling. That was the awakening phenomenon, the unmistakable sign of the S-rank hidden class, Titan Shield. The crowd's roar is still building in everyone's throats, not yet fully erupted, when the next second, a crushing wave of Earth attribute force, without warning, without mercy, slams into Kai's spine. Bang! Both knees crack against the stone floor. The impact churns his insides. Blood forces its way up his throat and spills from the corner of his mouth. It drips onto the cold surface of the awakening stone. With great effort, Kai lifts his head. His gaze cuts through the blazing golden light seeping between his fingers, locking onto the person who just struck him down. His own biological father, the lord of the Chen clan, one of the 5 great clans of Jianan City, Victor Chen. What are you doing? Kai bites down hard. The force is so extreme his gums begin to bleed. Every single word feels like it's being torn from raw flesh. As a transmigrator, he had endured 3 brutal years in this cold, neglected body. He studied day and night, pushed his body to its absolute limits, all for this one moment, today's awakening. And he succeeded. An S-rank class, the kind of gifted prodigy the Dragon Nation sees maybe once a year, the kind every faction would treat like royalty. So why, instead of pride, instead of joy, does his own father greet him with a crushing, merciless blow? Kai, don't blame Dad. It's all my fault. A voice full of fake tears drifts up from below the platform right on cue. Kai's little brother Rex stands there, red-eyed, cradled in their mother Vera's arms like he's made of glass. Clutched in Rex's pale hands are 2 premium pills, rich with the scent of rare herbs, a talent pill and a gold essence pill, acquired by the Chen clan at enormous cost, using every connection the family elder had. Mom, I just wanted to see it up close. This S-rank metal attribute class. It's literally the class I've always dreamed of awakening. I never meant to take Kai's class. Kai already hates me, and now he must hate me even more. Rex's eyes leak tears at just the right moment. That pitiful, helpless act instantly twists a knife in both Victor and Vera's hearts. But in the split second Kai looks down, he catches it. A flash of pure, naked greed in Rex's eyes. A two-faced snake through and through. It almost makes Kai sick. But what truly sends ice through his veins is what his mother Vera says next. She turns without hesitation, her voice dripping with cold charity and cold command. Kai, your brother has always been frail. This S-rank class, since its metal attribute, it pairs perfectly with the gold essence pill he's holding. As his older brother, what's the harm in giving it to him? We're family. It all stays in the family. Whoever awakens it, it's still ours. Give it to him. Kai's fury tips over into a hollow laugh. The rage roiling in his chest nearly burns his sanity to the ground. In this world overrun by monsters, where dungeons descend without warning, the Great Awakening era, your class is your life. Without a class, he can't even pass through the city gates. He'd be barely scraping by at the very bottom. Haven't I given up enough? Clan resources? Cultivation pills? Even my room as the firstborn son, I gave all of it up. And now you're taking the one thing keeping me alive. Kai's eyes blaze red. Like a lone wolf backed into a corner, he stares up at his parents. Shut up. Victor's roar shakes the air. The earth force crushing Kai surges violently. The air around them warps under the pressure. What do you know? Rex is about to be engaged to the daughter of the Su clan, one of the top elite families. The Su clan values raw power and potential. With this S-rank class, Rex can establish himself inside their ranks, earn their full support, and when that happens, the Chen clan rises to #1 in all of Jianan City. Your class, your body, your life, all of it was given to you by the Chen clan. Sacrificing it for the clan's future is simply your duty. Twisted favoritism with no logic behind it. A shameless trade of one son for another. In their eyes, their eldest son is nothing but raw material, to be chopped up and fed to the younger one whenever needed. No. This is my class. Without my consent, no one touches it. Kai pours everything he has into breaking free of the suffocating force pressing down on him. Trembling fingers inch forward, reaching toward the golden orb floating above the awakening stone. Even as his fingernails crack and split, even as his bones groan under a weight they were never meant to bear, he does not stop. You insolent brat, you've gone too far. A flash of cold cruelty crosses Victor's eyes. The full crushing weight of a level 40 powerhouse drops like a mountain. Crack. That sickening snap echoes through the dead silent gymnasium. Kai's right arm breaks clean, twisting into a grotesque angle. The pain is like being sliced apart alive. His vision blacks out. Cold sweat soaks through his thin uniform in an instant. And in those few short seconds while he can no longer fight back, Rex strides boldly up onto the awakening platform, swallowing the gold essence pill in one gulp. As he passes Kai, those eyes that were brimming with fake tears moments ago now burn with undisguised mockery and a winner's arrogance. He reaches out his uninjured hand and presses it eagerly onto the awakening stone. A suffocating, gut-wrenching scene unfolds. The light that rightfully belongs to Kai, under the catalysis of the premium pills and Victor's earth force forcibly ripping it away, does not resist Rex at all. Instead, like a shark catching the scent of blood, it surges eagerly up Rex's arm and floods into his body. The golden light pours in reverse. Titan shield awakens. Watching the light that once belonged to him abandon him completely, merging into Rex's body, something strange happens. The madness and fury in Kai's eyes miraculously begin to fade. What replaces them is something far more chilling. An ice-cold, absolute silence. Blood ties. Family bonds. In the face of this disgusting favoritism and cold calculation, it's all just one massive joke. This world has always been a world that devours the weak. Survival of the fittest. Even so-called family love rots in the end. Just as he squeezes his eyes completely shut, bracing himself for the abyss of a useless nobody's fate, ding. Player has suffered the ultimate betrayal. Resentment and rage have reached threshold. Spiritual resonance achieved. Demon system officially activated. System binding complete. Soul compatibility 100%. Beginner's gift pack distributed. Congratulations. Player has ascended to the hidden, one-of-a-kind SSR rank class, Demon Sovereign. The mechanical voice erupts in his mind without warning, cold and synthetic, like a blade slicing through an eternal night, splitting open the darkness before Kai's eyes. His pupils snap tight. Then, slowly, a cold, untamed curve pulls at the corner of his lips. SSR rank, beyond every known system. A divine tier that has never once appeared in the Dragon Nation's entire history. So heaven hasn't gone completely blind after all. It threw him into hell, so he could return as a demon. Whoosh! The students and teachers below the platform finally snap out of their shock. The entire gymnasium erupts. The noise nearly tears the roof off. Oh my god, the little brother just straight up stole his own brother's S-rank class on the awakening platform. The Chen clan is absolutely ruthless. Shh, are you trying to get yourself killed? Keep it down. Didn't you see Lord Chen personally crush him? Kai is completely done for this time. Broken arm, no class. He's not even going to be as useful as a regular worker for the rest of his life. Waves of whispers wash over him from every direction. Pity, mockery, and barely concealed glee. Victor lets out a dismissive snort. He looks down at Kai, collapsed on the floor, hollowed out, like he's staring at a bag of garbage that served its purpose. Kai, don't blame Dad for being hard. The clan comes first. Since you have no class now, just stay in the Chen clan estate and live as a normal person. Be obedient. The Chen clan won't let you starve. I'll keep you fed and sheltered. Keep you comfortable. Kai lets out a low, quiet laugh. It's a laugh that makes the skin crawl. Hollow and utterly final. Biting back the tearing agony from his shattered arm, he staggers to his feet with iron resolve. He doesn't spare a single glance at Rex, bathing in golden light, glorious and untouchable. He doesn't even look at his parents, standing there like they're doing charity work. He wipes the blood from his mouth with his good left hand. His dark eyes are still as a dead lake, completely empty of any longing for family. From the moment you broke my arm without hesitation, for Rex's sake, I stopped being a member of the Chen clan. Kai's voice is quiet, but it carries a force that cuts straight through the soul. It rings with perfect clarity across the dead silent gymnasium. Victor Chen, remember what you did today. Don't you dare regret it. From this moment on, I, Kai, cut all ties with the Chen clan of Jianan. We will never meet again. You ungrateful little, do you even know what you're saying? Victor explodes with rage, shaking from head to toe, jabbing his finger in Kai's face, screaming insults. Without the Chen clan backing you, a broken arm nobody like you won't survive 3 days out there. Kai doesn't even blink. He tunes out the barking completely. Instead, he turns to face Principal Cray of Jianan's 6th High School, who has rushed up to the platform, his face twisted with grief and regret. Kai's spine is straight as a bloodied lance that refuses to break, dignified, unbroken. Please allow me to complete my final basic class transfer. Principal Cray lets out a heavy sigh, his eyes full of reluctance and sorrow. Kai, the only backup class left is the lowest of the low D-rank sorcerer. That class can barely keep you alive. Are you sure? Yes. Kai says it like he's cutting steel. Not a single moment of hesitation. D-rank sorcerer? No, that's just the perfect disguise. A faint, nearly invisible pale light flickers to life. Kai completes his official class transfer. On the surface, under every gaze of contempt, pity, and amusement, no one has any idea. Deep in his soul space, a transformation of staggering magnitude is underway. 8 towering demon silhouettes, radiating an ancient, world-ending, desolate power, stand like 8 unscalable pillars of demonic divinity, bowing their towering heads reverently before his soul. Mountain heavy, wind sharp, fire savage, 8 forces of pure elemental extremity rage through him, reforging every bone, every cell. Ding. Class transfer to Demon Sovereign complete. Fire Demon is deeply moved by the player's endurance and burning rage. Fire Demon willingly grants S-rank skill. Inferno Blast. Kai feels it. The channels inside him, once bone dry, now raging like a dam that just gave way, flooding with scorching, savage demonic power. Kai doesn't look back. Dragging his broken arm, he walks with steady, cold steps through the dead silence and out the gymnasium doors. Brilliant sunlight breaks through the clouds and pours fully, without reservation, onto his lean but unshakable silhouette. Rex, you think stealing one measly S-rank class makes you the winner? No. You just set a demon free, one who is supreme above all ages. My hunt has only just begun. Kai walks down the school path, his broken right arm hanging limp at his side. The searing pain from his shattered bones, under the quiet, steady infusion of the demon sovereign class, is already beginning to shift into a strange, tingling sense of healing. His consciousness has fully sunk into the deep, dark system interface in his mind. Player, Kai. Class, Demon Sovereign, SSR rank, unique, level 1, 0/100, strength, 25, base cap 10, Demon Sovereign bonus applied, agility, 20, spirit, 45, vitality, 30, demon force unlocked, fire demon unlocked progress, skills, Inferno Blast, S rank, Demon's Grasp. Passive, demon points, 0, can be earned by completing demon quests through defeating monsters. Kai's heart jolts. These starting stats are absurdly broken. The average person's total base stats after awakening are around 30, but his spirit stat alone clocks in at 45, and his total stat sum smashes through 100. This is no D-rank sorcerer. This is a newborn demon god wearing a human face. Kai, stop right there! A voice, urgent, furious, calls out from behind. Kai steps slow for just a moment. He tilts his head. Out of the corner of his eye, he spots his homeroom teacher hurrying after him, the veteran teacher, Mr. Lin. Mr. Lin has always had a soft spot for Kai, the top student. Right now his face is flushed, his eyes raw with anguish and panic. Kai, what were you thinking? Mr. Lin gasps, staring at Kai's twisted arm. How could you cut ties with your family in front of everyone? You've already lost your S-rank class and now you're stuck with D-rank sorcerer. Without the Chen clan's resources and medical care, that arm is finished. Listen to me. Go back and apologize. Your father may be harsh, but surely he wouldn't actually watch you become crippled. Kai looks at this teacher, the one who genuinely, truly cares about him. The cold in his eyes thaws, just a little, but his voice stays firm. Mr. Lin, every meal the Chen clan ever gave me was paid for in bone. Consider this arm the final payment for the debt of being raised by them. From now on, I live only for myself. You stubborn child. Mr. Lin moves to say more, but is stopped cold by the strange commanding presence radiating off Kai. The words die in his throat. Mr. Lin, which way is the dungeon hall? Kai asks quietly. You're going to a dungeon right now? Are you out of your mind? You're level 1, a sorcerer, and your arm is broken. You'll die. Kai drops 3 words and doesn't look back, then walks straight out the school gate. Meanwhile, back at the Chen clan estate, Rex stands on the awakening platform, basking in the surging power of Titan's shield flooding through him, a metal attribute defensive force as heavy as the earth itself. Victor and Vera crowd around their precious youngest, beaming. Rex, how does it feel? With this S-rank class next week when Celeste Sue has her birthday, you can show it off publicly, and the engagement is sealed. Vera glows with satisfaction. Rex nods obediently, but a cold gleam flickers in his eyes. Dad, Kai just left so decisively. What if he actually goes to the Song clan or the Sue clan and exposes what we did to his class? Victor gives a cold snort, his eyes dark and venomous. A broken-armed D-rank sorcerer? Who's going to pick a fight with the Chen clan over him? If he wants to go off and die on his own, let him. But just to be safe, I'll have people watching. If he dares say a single word, the Chen clan does not shelter useless nobodies, and it certainly doesn't shelter traitors. Jianan City, the dungeon hall. This place is always alive with noise. Players grouping up, trading, taking on bounties. Kai's twisted arm and pale face make him impossible to miss in the crowd. Hey, isn't that the genius student from Jianan 6th? Heard he awakened an S-rank class. Man, you're behind. His own father personally ripped that class away. He's a D-rank sorcerer now with a broken arm. Pathetic. What's a useless nobody like that doing in the dungeon hall? Trying to get himself killed? The mockery crashes over Kai in waves, but Kai doesn't even register it. He walks straight to the mission board. His gaze locks onto a dungeon nobody else is bothered with, tucked in the far corner. An E-rank dungeon. Goblin Warren. E-rank. Recommended level 5 to 8, packed with goblins and corpse crawlers. First clear reward unclaimed. I'm entering Goblin Warren. Kai slides his ID across the counter. The staff member freezes, looking at him with visible pity. Look, even though it's E-rank, the environment is brutal and the monsters are dense. Plenty of level 10 players refuse to solo it. In your condition, Kai doesn't bother responding. He just taps to confirm. After registration is done, he moves toward the transport array. Just as he's about to step through, the system chimes. Ding. Player is about to enter a dungeon. Fire Demon Trial activated. Demon Sovereign's first test. Mission details. Clear Goblin Warren within 10 minutes. Using no potions of any kind. Mission reward. Unlock Demon Force. Win Demon. Phantom Dash. Massively boosts movement speed and evasion. A ruthless curve pulls at Kai's lips. 10 minutes? Too long. White light flashes. Kai vanishes from the hall. Not long after he disappears, 2 men in black, each with a blue wolf emblem stitched on their chest, slip quietly into the hall. They exchange a glance and smirk. Young Master called it. This useless nobody really is trying to fight his way through a dungeon. Let's go. Find a quiet corner inside and send him to his permanent rest. Inside the dungeon, a dark, damp cave. A thick, putrid stench hits like a wall. Kai stands at the entrance. He raises his left hand slowly, In his palm, a dark red flame erupts to life. It looks small, but the heat radiating off it is suffocating. The rock walls around him begin to melt on contact. So this is the S-rank skill, Inferno Blast. A sharp sizzle cuts through the dark. Over a dozen massive green-skinned goblins come shrieking out of the shadows, rusted blades glinting with cold light. Kai doesn't even blink. His left hand flicks. The dark red fireball screams forward. The moment it touches the goblins, it doesn't detonate like a normal blast. Instead, it fans out into a scorching wave of fire, sweeping in a wide arc. Goblin slain, level 4. Experience gained, 10. Goblin slain, level 5. Experience gained, 12. Goblin warrior slain, level 7. Experience gained, 25. One strike. Every single goblin within 10 meters ahead doesn't even get to scream. They are vaporized into piles of black ash. Kai doesn't slow his stride. He walks across scorching molten rock, eyes cold as steel, staring into the depths of the cave. You'll be the first entry in my Demon Points log. Deep in the Goblin Warren, every tongue of fire that lashes out takes multiple goblins with it. This isn't a fight. This is a one-sided slaughter. Normally, a sorcerer needs to chant to cast, needs to predict enemy movement, but under the power of the SSR rank Demon Sovereign class, Kai's spells are instant cast and auto-targeting. The Fire Demon's power is absolutely overwhelming. The goblin's tough leather armor crumbles before the dark red flames like wet paper. Ding. Level up. Current level 3. All stats plus 5. Free attribute points plus 10. Kai doesn't hesitate for even a heartbeat. He dumps every attribute point into Spirit. For a sorcerer, Spirit is the ceiling of raw firepower. As the stats flood in, the pale, blood-drained color of his face begins to flush with a strange vitality. The demonic power inside him surges like a breaking tide. Just then, a deep, rhythmic boom shakes the dungeon from within. Thud, thud. A massive goblin, nearly 3 meters tall, covered in pus-filled sores, the Goblin Centurion level 10 elite, plants itself in Kai's path. In its fist, a colossal spiked club. Its dark red eyes are pure savagery. The Goblin Centurion lets out a roar. Every remaining goblin in the area shakes off its fear and hurls itself at Kai. No matter how many ants there are, they're still ants. Kai's cold snort. His left hand curls loosely, the fireball shifting from dark red to a near blinding blazing orange. Inferno Blast. The moment the meteor fires leaves his hand, it splinters midair into dozens of smaller streams, raining down like a meteor shower across the entire area. This is Kai's precision control over his S-rank skill. Rather than dumping all that power into a single overkill strike, he shapes it into a death grid that covers the entire field. Thwip, thwip, thwip. The goblins charging in front are punched through instantly, and before the Goblin Centurion can even swing its club, Kai's figure materializes right in front of it, phantom fast, pure agility and raw spirit detonating together. Kai's left hand drives firmly into the Centurion's gut. Boom! The pent-up fire demon power erupts all at once. The Centurion's massive body snaps backward like a sandbag hit by a wrecking ball, folding in on itself as it flies. It crashes into the rock wall. A scorched, bowl-sized crater is blown clean through its chest. Goblin Centurion slain, level 10, experience gain 500. Ding, level up. Current level 5. At the same moment, the system countdown freezes at 3 minutes and 15 seconds. Ding. Extreme challenge condition met. Fire Demon trial. Clear within 10 minutes. Complete. Actual time 3 minutes 15 seconds. Reward granted. Wind Demon. Phantom Dash. Unlock progress 5. A hum fills the air. A cool, weightless, pale blue energy floods through Kai's eyes in an instant. His body feels like it's lost all its weight. One flicker of intent, and he could become a gust of wind. Who's back there? Step out. Kai spins around sharply, his gaze cutting like a blade into the shadows at the entrance. There in the darkness, the 2 blue wolf assassins who had planned to ambush him in the chaos are already pale as ash. The short blades they had gripped so tightly are trembling in their hands. This guy is supposed to be a D-rank sorcerer. He one-shotted a level 10 elite boss in 10 seconds. Even our squad captain can't pull that off. One of the assassins senses that something is very wrong. He spins around trying to activate his stealth skill and bolt. Since you're already here, stay and feed the Sovereign. Kai's foot pushes off the ground. Phantom Dash activates instantly. A gap of over 10 meters, crossed in half a breath like teleportation. Kai appears directly behind the assassin. Fire palm strike. The flames in his palm swallow the man's scream whole. The second assassin sees this and lets out a desperate, furious roar, swinging his sword at Kai. Kai shifts his body, just slightly, dodging the blade at an angle that defies all logic. His left hand comes together, fingers blade straight, and slices clean across the man's throat. 2 bodies hit the ground. Kai coldly loots both of them, turning out a few Shadow Order tokens, each engraved with the Chen seal, and a rough map marking his own movements. Victor Chen, you couldn't even wait this long? Kai crushes the tokens in his fist. His eyes are cold as steel. Fine. If you're this eager to send the Chen clan to their graves, I'll just move a little faster. He picks up the boss drop, a silver loot chest, and walks away without a second glance, stepping through the transport array. Outside the dungeon, the once noisy hall has gone absolutely silent. Every person in the room, including the staff member who mocked Kai earlier, stands with jaw dropped, eyes locked on the giant dungeon screen as a golden announcement banner flashes across it. Congratulations to player, Anonymous, for clearing E-rank dungeon, Goblin Warren in 3 minutes and 15 seconds, setting a new all-time first clear record. 3 minutes. It takes 5 minutes just to run through that map. Did he fly in and kill everything? That anonymous player could actually be that broken arm guy from before. While the crowd is still in shock, the transport array flares, and Kai's upright silhouette appears at the exit. He's still wearing his torn school uniform. His shattered right arm has been bound with strips torn from his own clothes, a rough makeshift wrap. He walks through the stunned crowd with total calm, A middle-aged man in a sharp suit strides up to Kai, the Song Clan's emblem unmistakably pinned to his chest. I am the Song Clan's head butler. Our young mistress, Sarah Song, requests your presence. She says the Chen clan, as it stands now, is no longer worthy of your talent. But the Song clan is. Kai stops walking. A faint, amused smile pulls at his lips. Sarah, lead the way. He knows. The real game in Jianan City is only just beginning. Jianan City's center, Skyline Zenith Restaurant. The entire floor has been cleared. Beyond the massive floor-to-ceiling windows, the city is wrapped in drifting clouds. Kai sits in a leather sofa, completely out of place among the surrounding luxury. His shattered arm, nourished quietly by the demon sovereign's power, is still wrapped in makeshift bandaging, but the swelling has gone down. Not a trace of defeat in his expression. Across from him sits a young woman, cool and composed. She wears a form-fitting black combat suit, her long hair pulled into a high ponytail. Her brow carries a sharp, commanding energy. Sarah Song, the rising star of the Song clan's younger generation. B rank class, Starblade duelist. 3 minutes and 15 seconds. Sarah's slender fingers tap the table steadily. A freshly printed battle report lies between them. Goblin Centurion, one-shotted. Kai, if I'm not mistaken, your public profile still shows you as nothing but a D-rank sorcerer, a useless nobody, and the Chen clan stripped your S-rank bloodline. Kai casually picks up a spirit fruit from the table and takes a bite, voice completely calm. Sarah, you went to all this trouble to bring me here, surely not just to remind me of my own sob story. Smart people get right to the point. I like that. Sarah leans forward. Her eyes are sharp as a drawn blade. That pair from the Chen clan are blind, but I, Sarah Song, refuse to ignore someone who clears a dungeon like that while listed as D rank. You're hiding something far more terrifying than Titan's shield. Kai, join the Song clan. What the Chen clan owes you, the Song clan will help you take back. Kai lets out a quiet laugh, setting down the fruit core. Take back? How? Kill Victor? Cripple Rex? Sarah pauses, just slightly. The Chen clan may not match the Song clan, but they've been rooted in Jianan City for years. They're not easy to uproot. The Song clan can offer you top-tier medical resources to properly heal your arm, an S-rank or above staff, a guaranteed placement at the Grand Academy. Sarah drops the full weight of her offer on the table. All you have to do is represent the Song clan in next week's Grand Academy tournament. We want that secret realm slot. Not bad terms. Kai looks up. A flash of amusement crosses his eyes. But I decline. Sarah's expression goes cold in an instant. Kai, your situation is not good. Victor has already dispatched the Blue Wolf squad. You think killing 2 nobodies inside a dungeon means you're safe? Without a powerful clan behind you, you can't even afford medicine. I don't need to join the Song clan to be the head. Kai rises to his feet. The long-suppressed demonic presence begins to leak out from him, and the normally composed Sarah feels her heart lurch, as if the person across from her is no longer a teenager, but an ancient predator that could strike at any moment. We partner up. Kai extends his left hand. I get you the slot. You supply intel and entry passes. I take 70% of all rewards, and the Song clan hunts down every ancient relic carrying demonic energy. For me. A partnership? Sarah almost laughs like she's heard a joke, but looking into Kai's eyes, bottomless, unfathomable, the refusal simply won't form in her mouth. She can feel it. Kai is undergoing some kind of transformation, a transformation powerful enough to overturn the entire balance of Jianan City. Fine. As if compelled by something beyond her control, Sarah reaches out her hand and takes his. Deal. First piece of intel. The SU clan, looking to build Rex's reputation, has locked down the Moonvale Plains dungeon. They want Rex to hit level 10 inside it and forcibly merge with your S-rank core essence. A ruthless curve pulls slowly at Kai's lips. Moonvale Plains? That does sound like a perfect place to bury someone. Half an hour later, Kai walks out of the restaurant. The system interface pulses in his vision. Ding. Demon quest triggered. Moon Demon. Background. Moonvale Plains was once the Moon Demon's sacred altar. It has since been overrun by low-tier monsters. Mission. Enter Moonvale Plains. Sacrifice 100 moon creatures. Eliminate the intruder who has stolen what was never his. Rex. Reward. Unlock Demon Force. Moon Demon Gravity Control. 3. The Usurper. Kai smiles coldly. He doesn't head there directly. Instead, using the large advance payment Sarah has wired him, he slips into a black market potion shop. Give me 10 bloodburn potions. Kid, those things are for force potential extraction. Take too many and you'll shave years off your life. The shopkeeper stares at him in alarm. You talk too much. Kai drops a stack of gold coins on the counter. Bloodburn potions are poison to anyone else, but to him they are fuel, capable of instantly forcing his mana ceiling higher and triggering the fire demon's berserk state. That night, Kai slips into an abandoned factory. He clears his mind, focusing inward on the core flame that belongs to the demon's sovereign. Ding. Player's will detected. Demon points conversion complete. Current level raised to 8. Fire demon passive unlocked. Eternal scorch. All fire attribute damage now permanently applies an unquenchable burn. Kai opens his eyes slowly. His left hand snaps into a fist. A pale blue hurricane and a dark red inferno coil around each other, forming an aura of devastating destruction. Rex, you could take what's mine, but can you keep it? Meanwhile, inside the Chen clan villa, Rex is soaking in an expensive medicinal tub, golden light flowing all through him. His power is closing in on level 10. Dad, Mom, I can feel myself getting stronger. So this is what an S-rank class feels like. Rex is practically glowing with excitement. Victor claps his son on the shoulder, beaming. This is only the beginning. Tomorrow, head to Moonvale Plains. Celeste will go with you. By the end, you'll be the brightest talent in all of Jianan City. As for that runaway useless nobody, he's probably already rotting in some filthy gutter by now. Vera peels open a spirit fruit, her expression full of disdain. They have no idea. The boy they've already written off as dead is standing in the moonlight right now, staring coldly in the direction of the Chen clan villa. That night, the moon over Jianan City burns red as blood. The next morning, city outskirts of Jianan City, the entrance to Moonvale Plains dungeon. The area has been sealed off by the private forces of both the Chen and Su clans. A solid line of combat-class guards flanks a red-carpeted path cleared down the center. Rex, clad in brilliantly gleaming silver heavy armor, stands with Victor and Vera, chatting warmly with a young woman. The young woman is strikingly beautiful, a thread of natural arrogance woven into her expression. None other than Celeste Su, young mistress of the Su clan. Rex, I heard that after merging with that useless guy's S-rank class, your strength stat broke 100? Celeste's bright eyes shimmer as she speaks, her voice carrying a touch of admiration. Rex smiles modestly, but his eyes are brimming with private triumph. It's all thanks to Mom and Dad's support. Titan Shield only truly comes alive in my hands. Unlike my so-called older brother, he had it and wasted it. Don't even mention that unlucky piece of trash. Vera chimes in from the side. Today, Celeste herself is running the dungeon with you. Make sure you take the first clear on the Moon Wolf King. Earn some glory for both our clans. Just as everyone is about to enter the dungeon, a figure steps slowly out from the shadows of the distant tree line. Not especially tall, but radiating a bone-deep chill. He carries an utterly plain longsword on his back. His right arm is wrapped heavily in bandages, held against his chest. His left hand is in his pocket. He looks like a wreck. But with every step he takes, the surrounding noise seems to die. Kai. Rex's smile freezes on his face, then curdles into thick contempt. So you didn't die after all, and you dare show up here. Victor steps forward. The crushing pressure of a level 40 powerhouse rolls toward Kai like a tidal wave. Who gave you permission to be here? Get out. Kai stands unmoved inside that wave of force. His eyes are deep as an abyss, staring straight into Victor's. Moonvale Plains is a public dungeon. Since when did it become the Chen clan's private garden? Based on what, a broken-arm cripple like you? Celeste looks Kai up and down with contempt. Rex is an S-rank player now, destined for the Grand Academy. An insect like you, a D-rank sorcerer, who couldn't even awaken properly, isn't even fit to carry his shoes. Are you done? Kai cuts her off, expression blank. He reaches into his pocket and produces a Song Clan gold seal, engraved with the Song emblem. Victor and the guards go pale. The Song Clan gold seal. To hold it is to stand in for the clan master. It represents the absolute highest authority of the Song Clan. Sarah gave you that. Victor snarls in disbelief. Am I qualified to enter now? Kai steps past the stunned crowd. As he passes Rex, he stops. He drops his voice low. Rex, enjoy this. The last moment of glory you'll ever have. Your class. I'm taking it back with my own hands. Along with your life. You're dead. Rex erupts in fury and moves to strike, but Victor grabs him hard. Not here at the dungeon entrance. The Song clan is watching. Victor's eyes go vicious. Since he wants to die inside, let's give him what he wants. Rex, once you're in, have the escorts move fast and clean. Make it look like a monster kill. Inside Moonvale Plains, a blood-red moon hangs in the sky above. Wolf howls rumble through the underbrush at regular intervals. Kai enters without paying the wolves any attention. He runs straight for the ruined altar at the center of the plain. Ding. Moon energy detected. Moon demon ability unlocked. Quest active. Mission objective. Collect 100 Moon Wolf soul shards, light the ancient altar. Phantom Dash activates. Kai's silhouette dissolves into a blur of pale smoke and vanishes instantly into the dense jungle. Ah woo. Several level 5 Moon Wolves sense the intruder and lunge from the shadows, bursting out to kill. Fire palm strike. Kai doesn't even bother using a high power skill. Just a single sweep of his left hand, and dark red flames crack across the wolf pack like a whip. Moon Wolf slain. Experience gained 80. Moon Wolf soul shard obtained 1. Moon Wolf slain. Experience gained 80. Moonwolf soul shard obtained. 1. In just 10 minutes, Kai leaves a field of scorched wolf carcasses in his wake. His leveling speed is staggering. The experience bar surges without pause. Ding. Level up. Current level, 9. At the same time, Rex and Celeste lead their elite squad into the plain. Fully geared, escorted by top-tier clan fighters, they push forward at a fast pace. Rex, look, all the monsters here are burnt to a crisp. Celeste points at the charred wolf corpses along the path, puzzled. Is there another high-level sorcerer clearing the area? Rex's brow furrows. A creeping unease rises in his chest. He keeps feeling it. That Kai, broken arm and all, is lurking somewhere in the dark right now, watching him with the eyes of a predator watching its prey. Whoever it is, in Moonvale Plains, no one takes what's mine. Rex draws his heavy sword. Golden power flares outward. Full speed, straight to Wolf King Valley. But what Rex doesn't know is that every single step he takes is already inside Kai's calculations. Kai stands at the top of the altar, looking down at the Chen squad slowly closing in below. A deep blue orb of energy has already formed in his hand. Gravity, the most beautiful force in this world. Kai whispers. His hand drives the orb into the heart of the altar. Boom. The entire plane's gravity lurches out of control in an instant. From the direction of Wolf King Valley, a earth-shaking roar tears across the plain. It is the enraged level 15 boss, the Moon Wolf King, and its charge is aimed directly at Rex. Deep inside Moonvale Plains, the shifting gravity makes the very air feel thick and heavy. What's happening? Why does my armor feel so much heavier? Rex, wearing a full suit of heavy ironclad plate, is hit hardest by the gravity shift. Every step sinks 3 inches into the earth. The golden power shielding his body is visibly trembling. Celeste's face drains of color. The gem at the tip of her staff flickers erratically. Rex, something is very wrong here. Should we pull back? Retreat? That word doesn't exist in my vocabulary. Rex grits his teeth. He just took Kai's S-rank class. He's on top of the world right now. If he tucks tail and runs from a first clear dungeon, where does that leave his pride? But before he can say another word, A howl rips through the valley, sharp enough to pierce the ears. At the far edge of his vision, a creature the size of an elephant, silver white all over, pupils red as fresh blood, a massive wolf, charging through the moonlight at full speed. Every leap it makes cracks the ground beneath it. It moves so fast, it leaves a trail of silver afterimages. The level 15 boss, Moon Wolf King. That's the Wolf King. How did it leave Wolf King Valley? The Sioux clan guards go pale with shock, scrambling to raise their shields in front of Rex. Panic for what? This is the perfect chance to test my power. Titan strike. Rex forces down the terror rising in his chest. He hefts his heavy sword, and golden power explodes outward, trying to put on a show for Celeste. But what Rex doesn't know is that this Wolf King is not wandering randomly. It has been pulled here by Kai, using the Moon Demon's gravity control, guided with pinpoint precision to this exact spot, and even more lethal. The lingering fire residue Kai left on those scorched wolf carcasses earlier has already saturated the entire area with its scent. In the Wolf King's eyes, these people in glowing armor are the killers of its pack. Fire Demon, Sovereign's true intent. 100 meters away, on a cliff ledge, Kai watches below with cold, detached eyes. His left hand flicks lightly. 3 dark red sparks drift silently down into the grass below. Crack! Boom! Boom, boom. 3 explosions detonate behind the Sioux clan squad. In one strike, their retreat is cut off, and the Wolf King's last shred of restraint is burnt away. The Wolf King's massive frame becomes a silver comet, smashing directly into Rex's heavy sword. Bang! Rex feels a force like a mountain collapsing slam into him. The S-rank defense he has been so proud of crumbles like paper before the sheer level gap, and the Wolf King's rage. Rex screams. His entire body launches backward like a kite with a snapped string. His iron helmet splits clean into midair. Rex! Celeste screams. Protect him! The guards dissolve into chaos. Flames, sword energy, wolf claws tearing through flesh, all of it tangled together in one eruption of carnage. And in the heart of that chaos, Kai moves. Phantom dash. He drifts like a barely there breeze along the edge of the battlefield. Not a single guard notices him. Even the raging Wolf King ignores this boy whose presence has nearly merged with the natural world. He has only one target. Rex, collapsed in a crater, coughing up blood. Kai. Rex weakly lifts his head, terror flooding his face as that shadow descends on him like death itself. What are you doing? I'm your brother. Mom and Dad won't let this go. Kai crouches down. His left hand snaps around Rex's throat. Soul-devouring dark red flames flicker between his fingers. When you stripped my class, when they broke my arm, did you remember I was your brother then? No. Please. Rex feels it. The S-rank core essence inside him begins to tremble, as if it has come face to face with its natural predator. What belongs to me? A two-faced snake like you was never worthy of it. Kai's eyes hold not one trace of feeling. His left hand tightens, just slightly. Demon sovereign power erupts through Rex's meridians like a flood. Detected. Player is reclaiming stolen power. Demon sovereign devour triggered. Demon points plus 500. Fire demon unlock progress raised to 10. Wind demon unlock progress raised to 8. Rex's eyes bulge. The metal attribute power is ripped clean from inside him. The despair of falling from the clouds into an abyss tears a shrieking wail out of his throat. Stop! The Sioux clan fighters and Celeste, realizing something is wrong from a distance, finally react, and charge toward them in a frenzy. Kai rises slowly to his feet. He tosses Rex aside like a sack of wet mud. He turns to look at the fighters rushing toward him. A cold curve pulls at his lips. Perfect. I'm just one level short. He opens his left hand wide. 5 fingers spread. Every fire element in the surrounding air is stripped away in an instant. A massive dark red fireball, several meters across, begins to form above his head. This is no ordinary fireball. This is the Grand Inferno, Sovereign's wrath, fused with raw demon force. Since you all care so much about Rex, go to hell together and keep him company. Fire swallows everything in an instant. Boom. The dark red fireball falls like a meteor crashing to earth, detonating at the center of the Sioux clan squad. The scorching shockwave turns every tree and blade of grass within dozens of meters to charcoal. The guards charging in are stopped mid-scream, hurled off their feet by the savage demonic force. Thud. Celeste collapses in an undignified heap. Her expensive robe is scorched black. Her perfectly composed face is smeared with ash and dirt. Her eyes fill with a terror she has never known before. This is impossible. You're supposed to be a D-rank sorcerer. A skill with this kind of power requires at least level 30. A grand sorcerer, to pull off. Kai stands in the fire and smoke, left hand loosely curled, dark red flames still dancing at his fingertips, not yet extinguished. He walks toward Rex, crumpled like wet mud, each bootfall on the scorched earth making a grinding crunch that sets the teeth on edge. Rex, save me! Rex reaches weakly toward Celeste. More than half of the S-rank core essence inside him has already been forcibly stripped away by Kai. The golden power inside him has gone dull and dim. He looks like he has aged years in seconds. Save you? Kai lets out a cold laugh, then drives his boot down onto Rex's uninjured arm and grinds it. A piercing scream tears across the entire plane. When you took my class, Mom and Dad said it was just my duty as an older brother. Kai leans down, his black eyes locked onto Rex. Now I take back what is mine. That's called returning things to their rightful owner. Kai, stop! A Sioux clan squad captain, a second-tier warrior, comes charging in with a heavy shield, roaring. This is open defiance against both the Chen and Sioux clans. If you actually kill Rex, in all of Jianan City, there will be no place left for you to stand. Kai straightens slowly. In his left eye, the shadowy silhouette of a demon begins to surface. Once I kill all of you, who is going to know it was me? Detected. Player's killing intent has spiked. Fire demon resonance increased. Hidden passive triggered. Demon aura. All enemies below player's level or of weak will have all stats reduced by 20. In that instant, every Sioux clan guard present feels an invisible hand clamp around their hearts. Breathing becomes nearly impossible. Moon Demon. Gravity collapse. Kai drives his left hand sharply downward. The Sioux clan captain who is about to attack feels both shoulders crushed under what feels like a thunderclap of infinite weight. His body buckles involuntarily to the ground. Even the shield in his hand is warped under the gravity. Wolf King, your turn. Kai says it plainly, without a trace of heat. At that moment, the Moon Wolf King, maddened by the fire, is desperate for something to tear apart. It hears. It roars. It becomes a bolt of silver lightning, hurtling straight toward the gravity-pinned helpless Sioux clan captain. Move! Blood sprays. A level 20 warrior with stats forcibly cut by Kai stands no chance against a berserk level 15 boss. His throat is torn out by wolf claws in an instant. Now then, it's your turn. Kai turns back to Rex. I was wrong. Give it back. I don't want anything. Please, please don't kill me. Rex has long since shattered with fear. Under the weight of sheer terror, a dark foul stain spreads at his groin. And this is the kind of filth that deserved an S-rank class. Kai's eyes fill with a revulsion so deep it has no bottom. His left hand snaps open, aimed at Rex's chest. Fire Demon, Devour. As Kai's power surges, a blaze of brilliant golden light is wrenched by force from Rex's chest. That is the core essence of Titan Shield, the family's hope, seized at any cost. As the core leaves his body, Rex's body convulses violently. His eyes roll back. The life force that once filled him drains away rapidly, and he crumples to the ground like a dry, hollow husk, utterly silent. Ding! Congratulations, player. Stolen power successfully reclaimed. Demon system advancing. Titan essence obtained. Can be used to strengthen Fire Demon's defense or convert it into 5,000 demon points. Level up. Current level 10. Kai feels the power inside him surge again. He looks up at Celeste, who has gone blank with shock. Kai, you actually killed him. Celeste is trembling all over. She never once imagined that the boy from school who was always quiet, dismissed as the clan's cast-off, could move with such ruthless, decisive finality when it came to it. Go back and tell Victor and Vera. Kai's voice is ice cold as he speaks. It sounds like it rises from the depths of hell itself. This is just the interest. What the Chen clan owes me, I will take back inch by inch, until the Chen clan is erased from Jianan City completely. One word. Get out, spoken with the full authority of the Demon Sovereign class, strips Celeste of every last shred of aristocratic composure. She scrambles away with the few surviving guards, half crawling, half running. Kai doesn't give chase. Right now he needs time to absorb the power he just claimed. He turns his head. The Moon Wolf King stands before him, growling low, poised and ready. I borrowed your claws to do my killing just now. Now it's time to send you off. Kai's foot pushes off the earth. Phantom Dash and Gravity Control activate simultaneously. His entire body becomes an unpredictable blur, and he charges straight at the Wolf King. That night, the Moonvale Plains dungeon flashes another golden announcement banner. Congratulations to player, Anonymous, for slaying level 15 boss, Moonwolf King, setting a new fastest clear record. Outside the dungeon, the Su and Chen clan escorts, along with the news Celeste has brought back with her, throw the entire sky over Jianan City into chaos. At the exit of Moonvale Plains, the air feels frozen. When Celeste staggers out with the few surviving guards, dazed, bodies scorched black, Victor and Vera rush up to meet them. Celeste, why are you out so soon? Where's Rex? Vera beams, a champagne bottle already waiting. Did Rex level up so fast he one-shotted the Wolf King? Celeste's legs give out. She collapses onto the red carpet. Tears pour down her face. Her voice shakes apart. Mr. Chen, Rex, he's dead. Bang. The cigar drops from Victor's hand. Sparks scatter across the ground. Vera's smile goes rigid. She looks like she's been struck by lightning. What are you saying? Victor grabs a guard by the collar, eyes blazing red, the crushing pressure of a level 40 powerhouse exploding outward. You were there to protect him. Sioux clan elites were with him. How could Rex possibly? The Wolf King went berserk. No, not the Wolf King. The guard swallows hard. His eyes are full of pure terror. It was Kai, the one you threw out. He killed every single one of us. And then, right in front of everyone, he tore the S-rank core essence clean out of Rex's body. What? Vera lets out a shriek. She nearly blacks out on the spot. Stripping a core essence. That is a method of execution in its own right. And that D-rank sorcerer, nobody. How could he possibly have the power to kill someone geared head to toe in top-class equipment? Where is he? Where is that boy? Victor howls like a man unraveling, earth attribute power raging out of control all over his body. The stone tiles beneath his feet crack and shatter. I'm going to kill him. I'm going to burn him alive. Celeste points toward the dungeon entrance, her voice still thick with sobs. He's still inside. He went to kill the Wolf King. Victor moves to charge into the dungeon, but the acting Sioux clan squad captain grabs him hard from behind. Lord Chen, calm down. The dungeon announcement is already out. He killed the Wolf King. He's already transferred out through another exit by now, and he's carrying the Song clan gold seal. If you charge in there, how do you explain that to the Song clan? The Song clan, Sarah Song. Victor bites down so hard his back teeth crack. Blood seeps from the corner of his mouth. He finally understands why that defiant boy dared to be so reckless. He has the Song clan as his backing. Pass my orders. Activate every Chen clan covert contact. Put out a bounty of 10 million. No, 50 million. Victor's voice drops to the cold, flat tone of a viper. I want Kai's head. Whoever brings it to me, Victor Chen will reward them beyond measure. At the same time, in a run-down rental room somewhere in the back streets of Jianan City, Kai sits cross-legged, pale blue and dark red light swirling around him. In his palm rests the core essence ripped from Rex's body, the core essence of Titan Shield. The Taishan relic core pulses with its final burst of light. System alert. A high-tier metal source core is being converted into devil points. Conversion complete. 8,000 devil points acquired. Demon of Flame unlock progress 15%. New skill unlocked. Hellfire Breath. Demon of Wind unlock progress 12%. Passive unlocked. Wind Spirit Moonstep. Movement speed increased by 3% in combat. As the energy floods in, Kai's shattered right arm erupts with a rapid series of cracks and pops as the bones knit themselves back together. A moment later, he rips off the bandages. The once mangled arm is completely restored, its skin glowing with a faint jade-like radiance. That is the Holy Sovereign's ultimate gift to the body. Kai rises to his feet. He gives his right fist a slow, easy swing. A deep sonic boom splits the air. Level 10. Kai feels the power surging through him like a flooding river. In the world of the Great Awakening, Level 10 is a massive turning point. Beyond it, every awakened can undergo their first-class ascension and earn the right to enter the Sky Spire, gateway to the celestial battlefield. He pushes the window open. In the distance, the Chen estate blazes with light, thrown into chaos by the fall of one so-called genius. And this is only the opening move of his revenge. Ding. Main quest triggered. Conquer the Sky Spire. Objective, enter South River City's Sky Spire and reach the 10th floor within 3 days. Seize the title Master of the Domain. Quest reward, unlock the third demon, Demon of Earth, the Earth Lord, supreme command over the ultimate defense of the Earth. Kai's eyes narrow, the Demon of Earth, the Chen clan's proudest boast, the ultimate defense of the Earth. Kai's gaze sharpens, the Demon of Earth, the Chen clan's precious Taishan relic. Before the Earth Lord's true power, they're nothing but children playing in the dirt. Victor, you always believed Earth-type defense was unbeatable. Then I'll crush that pride in the very domain you worship. He pulls up his black hood, flickers once, and vanishes into the dark. Target, the Sky Spire, South River City's sacred ground for the awakened. The Sky Spire, a 100-story tower built entirely of obsidian, piercing the clouds, wrapped in a suffocating, oppressive aura. This is the holy ground of South River City's awakened, and the only path to higher domains. Every floor inside the tower is its own sealed world, swarming with monsters and saturated with spirit energy far beyond anything in the outside world. Kai stands at the base of the tower, his black hood shadowing most of his face. Outside the Sky Spire, a crowd is gathered. The best students from the top high schools are here. Hey, look, that's Zhao Qian from Second High. Word is he's already cleared the 4th floor. Big deal, he's only level 12. Celeste from the Su clan and Rex, the one who just awakened, were supposed to come too. Too bad something big went down at the Chen estate. Kai walks through the crowd's chatter without a flicker of expression and steps up to the registration desk. Name, level, class. The registrar doesn't look up. Kai, level 10, sorcerer. The words land and the area goes dead silent. Kai, the discard, the one the Chen clan threw away. A level 10 sorcerer? Did I hear that right? Didn't he just awaken a couple days ago? That kind of leveling speed? He must have been leeching EXP off some high-level player. But you can't leech your way into the Sky Spire. This place only allows solo runs or same-tier teams. A D-rank sorcerer trying to storm the tower? He'll probably get his ribs caved in by a slime on the very first floor. Kai doesn't give the mockery a single glance. He takes his entry pass and, under a sea of contemptuous stares, flickers once and steps through the pitch-black portal. Sky Spire, Floor 1, the Crimson Badlands. A vast red wasteland stretches in every direction, the air crackling with raw, violent elemental energy. The moment Kai touches down, the ground beneath him erupts. A creature the size of a bull, armored head to tail in earthy stone plating, roars as it charges out. This is a level 11 elite monster, with monstrous defense, a sorcerer's worst nightmare. An earth-type monster. A flicker of contempt crosses Kai's eyes. Playing with dirt in front of a holy sovereign, that's bringing a toy sword to a war. Demon of Earth, Earthlord's power, resonate. The Earthlord isn't fully unlocked yet, but as a holy sovereign, Kai's connection to the earth is already something beyond human. He doesn't even chant a single word. His left foot taps the ground, just once. Boom! The stone beast's solid ground instantly liquefies into a pool of quicksand. Then, the sand flash freezes solid, forming a massive stone hand that clamps down on all 4 of the beast's limbs. Kai raises his hand. Hellfire breath erupts from his palm. Dark red flames laced with sickly green toxic smoke sear into the beast with savage fury. In under 3 seconds, its prized stone armor melts into scorching lava. The beast doesn't even get to scream. It's reduced to a smoldering pile of ash. Kill, stone armor beast level 11. 500 experience points gained. Broken stone core material acquired. Too slow. Kai glances at the experience bar. His eyes go cold. He's not here to grind his way up floor by floor. He's here to crush his way to the top. He stops holding back. The Demon of Flames, Savage Fury, and the Demon of Wind's Razor Agility, both unleashed at full force. What follows is a scene of pure carnage across the Sky Spire's first 3 floors. Floors that demand careful, calculated play from ordinary awakened, crumble before Kai like wet paper. He becomes a streak of blazing crimson light. Everywhere he passes, a sea of fire swallows the sky. Wind blades weave through the air like a storm of razors. Sky Spire Floor 1, cleared. Time, 1 minute 42 seconds. Floor 2, cleared. Time, 2 minutes 15 seconds. Floor 3, cleared. Time, 3 minutes 1 second. Outside the Sky Spire, the massive crystal display board suddenly goes haywire. The rankings are spiking like crazy. No way. Everyone look, that anonymous Awakens rank is exploding. Jump from 100 straight into the top 10. He cleared 3 floors in under 10 minutes combined. Who the hell is this? Some top-tier player running an alt account? Meanwhile, on floor 5, the monsters here are level 15 Inferno Hellhounds, each with a group frenzy ability. The moment Kai steps in, hundreds of blood-red eyes, ignite in the darkness all at once. Perfect. Kai licks his lips. He slams his right hand, the restored one, into the ground. It pulses with a faint golden glow. The mutated power born from devouring the Taishan relic core. Sovereign's secret art, world-burning inferno. Boom. With Kai at the center, the ground within 100 meters shatters all at once. Dark red lava erupts like a fountain. It weaves into an airtight web of death and fire. Kill. Inferno Hellhound. Experience floods in, weaving into an airtight web of death and fire. Kill. Inferno Hellhound. 300 experience. Kill. Inferno Hellhound. 300 experience. The system notifications flood Kai's mind, an endless scroll of alerts. Ding. Level up. Current level 12. 2,000 devil points gained. Just as Kai moves toward the 6th floor, a voice cuts through the void. A light, curious sound. Now that's some serious firepower. When did South River City produce someone like you? A figure drifts out of the mist. A young Taoist in flowing robes with a wooden sword strapped to his back, looking no older than 16 or 17. His eyes are sharp and clear, faint traces of thunder crackling around him. Allow me to introduce myself. Shiro, elite scout from Dragon Tiger Sanctum. The young Taoist studies Kai with open curiosity. That sorcerer title of yours doesn't feel quite clean. That demonic scent on you? I caught it from 3 floors away. Kai's eyes narrow. A faint flame stirs in his left hand. Get out of my way, or die. Easy now, no need for that. Shiro grins. He points upward. Floor 6 is the Phantom Forest. Without my Taoist arts to break through its illusion web, that fire of yours won't get you past it no matter how hot it burns. So what do you say, team up? I want the domain seated at the top of this tower. 70-30 split, in your favor. Deal? Kai stares at him, cold as ice. The domain seed is mine. You can have whatever's left. Shiro blinks, stunned. Then he bursts out laughing. Bold. I like it. Then let's see which is faster, your fire or my sword. System chime. High-quality ally detected. Vassal candidate identified. Devil Bond quest triggered. Subdue Shiro. The corner of Kai's mouth curves. Subduing a heaven-chosen Taoist as a vassal. Now that's an interesting start. Sky Spire, floor 6, the Phantom Forest. The moment they step through the portal, the scorching lava air vanishes instantly. In its place, a bone-deep cold and a purple mist so thick it feels solid. Ancient trees tower overhead, their twisted branches reaching like skeletal claws. Faint whispers drift through the air, gnawing at the edges of the mind. Watch yourself. This mist digs up the deepest fears buried in your soul. Shiro drops his grin and reaches into his robes, pulling out a yellow talisman. He flicks it with one finger. The paper ignites and dissolves into a soft ring of golden light that wraps around both of them. This is the Mind Clear seal. It holds off the illusions for a while. Kai doesn't react. Wind Spirit Moonstep activates on its own, the wind spiraling outward, blasting the creeping purple mist away by force. Fear? Kai lets out a cold snort. I crawled back from hell itself. Fear died on that road long before I did. Suddenly, the purple mist ahead surges violently. 2 familiar figures step out from within. Kai, how could you kill little you? He was your own blood. Vera's face is streaked with tears, her eyes burning with disgust and hatred. You were born a demon. I should have strangled you the moment you came into this world. You disgraceful wretch, kneel and die. Victor's body blazes with earth attribute golden light, and he raises a massive sword, bringing it down from above. Shiro's face goes pale. Those are inner demon illusions. Don't fall for it. They're not real. Kai stops. His left eye narrows to a razor-thin slit. Dark red flames erupt at his feet, spreading like wildfire. In my eyes, they don't even deserve to be illusions. Demon of flame, hellfire breath. Kai doesn't even bother testing the waters. He unleashes the skill at full power. A pillar of sickly green and dark red flame tears through everything, and wherever it passes, the figures of Victor and Vera dissolve like snow under a scorching sun, letting out a piercing shriek before shattering apart. Crack, the space around them snaps. The illusion is torn apart by sheer force. The mist clears, exposing the true culprits hiding behind the trees, a pack of creatures with 3 eyes, pitch-black phantom eye demons, level 15 elites, and they're already ash. Shiro stares at the scorched remains scattered across the ground, his eye twitching. He'd expected a brutal fight, a real test of mental strength. But Kai hadn't even played along. He'd just incinerated the whole stage. Kill, Phantom Eye Demon, 450 experience points gained. Level up, current level 13. That fire of yours is anything but ordinary. Shiro watches Kai's retreating back, his gaze turning grave. Behind those flames lives a pure unfiltered will to destroy, something that doesn't belong in this world. Anything that can kill is a good thing. Kai glances back, fixing Shiro with an ice-cold stare. Your sword hasn't come out yet. Shiro grins and draws his wooden sword in a single reverse sweep. Since you're moving so fast, I won't hold back either. On floor 7, the warrior-type monsters carry near-total immunity to fire damage. Leave these to me. The two push forward at a blistering pace. Shiro's Taoist arts shift and change without pattern, unpredictable and relentless. Golden ward for defense, 5 thunder cannon to clear the path, somehow managing to keep pace with Kai. Outside the Sky Spire, the crystal display board erupts into chaos. He's in the top 10. The anonymous one actually broke into the top 10. Wait, look at that light point right next to him. That's from Dragon Tiger Sanctum's elite recruit list. Top 10. The anonymous one really broke in. Wait, look at that light point right next to him. That's Shiro from Dragon Tiger Sanctum's special intake. Those two are running together. A top-tier sorcerer and a top-tier Taoist. They're about to blow the roof off South River City. Meanwhile, Sky Spire floor 9. The the final obstacle before the summit. Standing before the two of them is no ordinary monster. It's a massive ancient rune colossus radiating waves of icy death energy. Level 18 boss. In its hand, a colossal axe carved from countless spinal bones. Every step it takes sends a tremor through the ground. Kai, this thing's physical defense and fire resistance are both off the charts. Brute force won't work. Let me pin it with the immortal binding array. You find an opening and blow out its soul flame. Shiro is already reaching for his talisman pouch. No need. Kai steps forward. His left hand slams against his own chest. The Holy Sovereign's source energy pounds like a war drum. Taishan essence. Gravity collapse. Kai unleashes the mutated power he reclaimed and converted from Rex directly. A deep hum fills the air. Gravity within 100 meters spikes to 10 times normal force. The ancient rune colossus, mid-swing with its axe, lets out a sickening crack from its knees. That massive body is forced to kneel before Kai. One sword, one strike. Kai glances back at Shiro. Shiro reads it instantly. He points his wooden sword at the sky. Thunder, come. A bolt of lightning as thick as a barrel rides the gravity field straight down and strikes the colossus dead center on its skull. Kill. Ancient rune colossus, level 18. 5,000 experience points gained. Ding. Ascension conditions met. Demon of Flame unlock progress rises to 20%. New skill acquired. Devil's Domain. Within the domain, the player's all stats increase by 50% and all enemies fall into a state of terror. Kai feels the power inside him undergo another transformation. He looks up at the stairway to floor 10. Master of the domain. That title is already mine. He strides up the steps. Behind him, Shiro watches, slowly sheathing his sword and mutters under his breath. This is no sorcerer. He's a walking demon in human skin. What kind of monster did the Chen clan just unleash on this world? Skyspire, floor 10. No monsters here. Just an endless void of starry sky, and at its center a sphere of soft white light pulsing like a heartbeat. The domain seed. The moment Kai steps onto the final stair, a figure is already waiting. The man wears a deep purple combat suit of unmistakable quality, long hair loose over his shoulders, fingers casually rolling a gem of deep translucent purple. His aura is perfectly concealed, yet it presses down on Kai like standing at the edge of an abyss. South River First High, Meng Clan, Zephyr Meng. Shiro leans in and whispers in Kai's ear, more serious than he's ever sounded. Level 20, top-tier class, Thunderlord. He held back a full year just for this domain seed. At his level, he can sweep anyone in the same tier. Zephyr raises his head. Those eyes, threading with sparks of lightning, sweep coldly over the two of them and settle on Kai. The anonymous one, making it all the way here. That's actually impressive. You've got some skill, I'll give you that. But the domain seed, a divine artifact that can carve out your own private territory, that's not something a nobody like you gets to touch. On this platform, whoever moves first wins. Kai's voice is ice. His right hand opens slowly. Hellfire, sickly green, dancing at his fingertips. You're dead. Zephyr lets out a cold snort, and thunder explodes around him. Zephyr's cold snort rings out. The lightning around him surges. Thunder prison, 1,000 blades. Boom. The entire starscape is flooded with blinding lightning. Thousands of bolts condense into the shapes of diving birds, shrieking with a deafening, piercing roar, raining down on Kai like a storm. Golden Ward, rise! Shiro shouts, his entire body blazing gold, absorbing the first wave for Kai. But the lightning is brutally powerful, and Shiro's golden ward cracks, spiderwebbing with fractures. Kai, the level gap is too brutal. I can't hold this much longer. Long enough. Kai's feet stomp the ground. Phantom Gale erupts to its absolute limit, his silhouette fracturing into a blur of afterimages through the storm of lightning. Gravity reversal. Kai whips his left hand sideways. The bolts that were crashing downward are seized by the gravity field, bent into a wild curve through the air, and hurled back at Zephyr. What? Zephyr's pupils contract. A Thunderlord commands lightning, but this kind of reversal, bending the laws of physics, catches him completely off guard. Sovereign's domain, open. Kai's voice drops low. A ring of dark red light erupts from him, sweeping outward. Inside the domain, the wild thunder elements are instantly suppressed, replaced by a demonic pressure heavy enough to make the soul tremble. Ding. Intense hostile intent detected. Demon of Flame. Second tier trait activated. Hellfire breath purified. Devil flame tied. Kai holds nothing back. His right arm, the devouring limb, forces the golden power of the Taishan relic and the demonic fire of his left hand to merge into one. Get out of my sky. He launches himself skyward. His right hand forms a claw, 5 fingertips drinking in the surrounding light, carrying a force that levels everything in its path, and drives straight for Zephyr. Thunder God's armor! Zephyr screams, thunder condensing into heavy plating across his body. Crack! Beneath a gaze collapsing into horror, Kai's hand tears the Thunder God's armor apart and slams into Zephyr's chest. Boom! A thunderous explosion rips through the air. Zephyr flies like a snapped kite, blasted by the shockwave straight off the edge of floor 10, and plummets into the bottomless mist below. Ding! Defeated level 20 elite awakened. 8,000 experience points gained. Level up. Current level 14. Dead silence falls across the floor. Shiro's jaw drops. His wooden sword clatters to the ground, and he doesn't even notice. A 6-level gap, and he tore straight through a Thunderlord's defense. Kai, be honest with me. Are you actually some ancient evil god reincarnated? Kai ignores him. He walks straight to the altar. His left hand closes firmly around the domain seed. Ding. Mythic tier item acquired. Domain Seed Seedling Stage. Player possesses Devil Space. Detected. Merging in progress. Devil's Sanctum, initial form unlocked. Player may now recruit vassals and build a supreme faction. As the domain seed merges into him, Kai feels something vast open within the depths of his soul, a wide expanse of dark earth. At the edge of that land, 8 towering demon statues begin to take shape. At the same moment, outside the Sky Spire, the giant crystal board locks on one name at the top. First place, Anonymous. Floors cleared. 10. A perfect summit. Outside the Sky Spire, the whole city erupts. He actually did it. Someone actually reached the top. Zephyr fell. He got knocked out of the tower. My god. The Meng clan's genius got blasted by the Anonymous One. While the whole city is hunting for the Anonymous One, Kai, covered by Shiro, slips away from the Sky Spire without a sound. They surface in a secluded forest on the city's outskirts. Kai, what's the plan from here? Shiro's tone turns serious. The Meng clan isn't the Chen clan. They're the real power in South River City. With Zephyr taken out, they're going to lose their minds. Kai watches the demonic energy swirling in his palm. The killing intent in his eyes boils over. Then let them. Go as crazy as they want. My Devil's Sanctum still needs a few guards at the gate. Ding. New quest triggered. Build the Sanctum. Subdue one or more awakened as the first divine general. Kai turns to look at Shiro beside him, the corner of his mouth pulling into a slow, calculating curve. Shiro, want to see real power? Silver moonlight filters through the forest. Shiro studies Kai's dead serious expression and feels a chill shoot up his spine. He was raised in Dragon Tiger Sanctum, trained since childhood in the art of exorcism, and yet here stands Kai, inviting him to witness something called divine power. And that demonic aura is practically bleeding off the man. Kai, this power you're talking about, you're not planning to use me as a sacrifice, right? Shiro gives a dry laugh, but his grip on the wooden sword tightens all the same. Kai says nothing. He slowly raises his left hand. In the open air, the domain seed now fused into him suddenly radiates a dark, purple glow. Domain, expand, a low, rolling rumble. The ground beneath them doesn't crack, but Shiro feels a wave of something terrifying, a spatial distortion that swallows them both whole. The forest vanishes. In its place, a vast, desolate, silent expanse of black earth. Looking out to the horizon, the forest is gone, replaced by that same barren, silent black earth, stretching endlessly. Looking further still, at the very edge of sight stands something mountain-like and immovable. A vast black palace breathing with a primal, ancient desolation. Above the palace, 8 colossal, stone figures bow their heads. Even as mere statues, the sheer weight of their presence drives this level 15 Taoist's legs to the edge of giving out. This is a separate plane. No, this is a growing domain. Shiro lets out a strangled yelp. As a genuine prodigy, he understands exactly what this is worth. Ordinary awakened can reach level 50 and still never carve out their own plane. Kai is 14, and he already commands a complete divine relic domain. Shiro. Kai turns. His black coat snaps in the wind. Against the backdrop of the Devil's Sanctum, standing before that dark palace, he looks like the only true god this world has ever known. Every path in this world bends to the laws of heaven and earth. But in my sanctum, enter, and I will give you power that stands above those laws. He taps one finger through the void. A pure ember of flame source floats toward Shiro. This is a thread of the Holy Sovereign's source energy. It will double the power of your thunder arts. The price is this. From this point forward, you guard my sanctum. Stand at the front against 1,000,000 enemies. Shiro stares at that pulsing ember of annihilation. He swallows. He knows. This is the moment that changes everything. The Meng clan, the Chen clan, even Dragon Tiger Sanctum behind him, before this black palace, they all feel impossibly small. Screw it. I'm in. I was a black sheep at Dragon Tiger Sanctum anyway. Shiro grits his teeth and reaches for the ember. Kai, no. My liege, this body of mine is yours from now on. Ding. First A rank or above vassal subdued. Heaven chosen Taoist Shiro. Quest complete. Reward Devil Sanctum Tier 1 form unlocked. Shiro receives exclusive title. Thunderflame Judge. Holy Sovereign's Blessing. Applied. Shiro gains 1 level. Additional passive skill acquired. Devil Thunder Flame. All attacks deal 50 true damage. A wave of red light washes over Shiro. His aura, formerly at level 15, spikes instantly to level 16. The wooden sword in his hand now writhes with dark red demonic flame. What the? I actually got that much stronger. Shiro swings the sword with barely contained excitement. A casual slash sends a bolt of thunder flame blasting into the black earth, carving out a deep crater. Kai turns away, his eyes growing colder by the second. Now we go back to South River City. There's a debt to collect. Victor thought killing me was the end of it. The Meng clan thinks losing face is reason enough to hunt me. Fine. Since they all want to play, I'll play with them until this entire city burns to the ground. Meanwhile, back in South River City, the news of Zephyr being blasted out of the Sky Spire by an anonymous stranger has already detonated like a bomb. Inside the Meng clan's main hall, Magnus Meng, head of the Meng clan, sits with a face so dark it could drip. He stares at his son lying in a medical bed, bones shattered, mind damaged, and his furious roar shakes the chandelier. Find him. Use everything we have. Who is this anonymous one? In all of South River City, no one has ever dared touch my son. Nearby, Victor, who has been standing there barely holding himself together, suddenly speaks up. Magnus, I have a lead. Among the anonymous entries into the Sky Spire that day, one of them stands out. Who? The Chen clan's runaway. That disgraceful wretch, Kai. Victor's eyes go venomous. He just killed my son Rex, and stripped him of his S-rank class. Whatever method he's using is deeply wrong. If anyone has the ability to inflict that kind of damage, and if anyone could have brought down your nephew Zephyr, it's him. Magnus turns slowly. He fixes Victor with a hard stare. Kai, the one you called a D-rank waste, he is no waste. Victor's jaw tightens. He's a monster, and if it really is him, he's still in South River City right now. Magnus, if you give the word, the Chen clan will pour everything we have into helping the Meng clan lock down the city and take this beast alive. Lock it down? Magnus's hand slams into the rosewood table beside him. It shatters. I'll make sure he knows. This city belongs to the Meng clan. But neither Magnus nor Victor realize that even as they plot, across every corner of South River City, silent figures in black robes have already appeared, each sleeve bearing an embroidered, snarling dragon head. Kai's revenge is no longer a lone ghost in the dark. These are the advanced shadows of the Devil's Sanctum. Atop a crumbling warehouse in the city's North District, Kai watches Hmong patrol vehicles roar past below. A cruel smile tugs at the corner of his mouth. First stop, the Chen clan's medicine vault. I'll rot them out from the roots. North District of South River City, a heavily fortified cold chain storage facility. This is one of the Chen clan's lifelines, a medical distribution hub. The Chen clan rose into the 5 great clans by monopolizing nearly 30% of South River City's low-grade recovery elixirs and supplements. Midnight, a fine, unbroken rain. Dozens of hired Chen clan guards patrol the perimeter, most between level 15 and 20, with a level 22 Iron Guard captain at the lead. Mr. Chen's orders, that runaway son of his might go off the rails any day now. Stay sharp, every one of you. The big man curses under his breath. Just as he reaches for a cigarette, a faint, delicate chime drifts from the dark, crisp as a bell, yet threaded with something that makes the skin crawl. Who's there? From the dark, a figure in a deep teal Taoist robe steps into view. It's Shiro. In his hand, his wooden sword writhes with dark red lightning, and his signature smirk is firmly in place. Evening, everyone. Anyone got a light? You're dead. The guards draw their weapons instantly, but before they can take a single step, the air around them collapses without warning. Gravity collapse. An irresistible, crushing pressure slams down from above. Every single guard, including the level 22 captain, drops to both knees in an instant. The hard concrete cracks beneath them in a web of fractures. Tap, tap, tap. Kai walks out from behind Shiro. His black coat stays bone dry despite the rain. He looks at the warehouse entrance with the same expression one gives a grave. Kai! Kai! The captain's eyes go wide with horror. His voice cracks. You're out of your mind. This is the Chen clan's medicine vault. If you burn this place, elixir prices across the whole city will explode. You'll be hunted by everyone. What does that have to do with me? Kai looks down at him from above. When Victor snapped my arm, did he stop to think I was his son? Since he wants to be South River City's medicine king, I'll make sure he ends up as medicine trash. Kai walks to the entrance, right hand raised. Demon of flame, hellfire breath. Boom. Not ordinary fire. Dark red devil flame laced with the scent of pure annihilation, roaring forward like a dragon, punching clean through the reinforced alloy door. The heat vaporizes the metal plating in an instant. The heat vaporizes everything in a flash. Then the fire dragon plunges inside, greedily devouring the priceless spirit herbs and elixirs within. Critical Chen clan asset destroyed. 3,000 devil points gained. Demon of flame unlock progress rises to 25%. My elixirs, my stock. The captain stares at the inferno, bleeding on the inside. This isn't medicine burning. This is the Chen clan's foundation. We're not done. Kai turns to look at Shiro. Shiro grins and points his wooden sword at the sky. Thunderflame judge, I sentence you all. No path in this life. Dark red thunder rides the gravity field and crashes down, incinerating every guard still trying to resist. Just then, Kai senses something. He turns toward the distant dark, a slow, amused curve at the corner of his mouth. Meng clan, faster than I expected. 3 minutes later, a convoy of black SUVs bearing the Meng clan crest screeches to a halt at the warehouse gate. Elder Meng, second elder of the Meng clan, jumps out with over a dozen elite awakened. He takes one look at the sea of flames where the warehouse used to be, and his face goes terrifyingly dark. Kai, you've got some nerve. Elder Meng locks eyes with Kai and unleashes his level 28 aura without restraint. You injured young Master Zephyr. You torched an allied warehouse. Do you honestly think there's no one in South River City who can put you down? The Hmong clan, calling themselves people? Kai rolls his right hand open, sparks spitting from his palm. When I caved Zephyr's ribs in with one hit, I didn't see you looking this fierce. All units on my order. Thunder chain formation, take him alive. I want his soul ripped out and forged into a thunder slave. At Elder Meng's command, the elites fan out instantly, their staves and swords weaving together into a sheet of blue light. The elites spread rapidly, their staves and blades linking into a crackling blue lightning net. Kai watches the net close in and spits out 2 words with pure contempt. Domain. Open. The sovereign's domain expands. The savage lightning hits its boundary and recoils like it's met its natural predator, dissolving into harmless flickers. Shiro, the old man is yours. The rest are mine. Yes, my liege, watch closely, Shiro shouts, his footwork crackling with speed as he surges straight at Elder Meng with thunderflame blazing. Meanwhile, Kai spreads both arms wide. Demon of flame. New threshold form. Devil meteor strike. The night sky fills with countless dark red fireballs condensing from nothing, trailing deafening sonic booms and raining down on the Meng clan elites without mercy. That night, the flames over the North District illuminate half of South River City and shred the last shred of dignity both clans had left. The Chen medicine vault drowns in fire, the dark red devil flame so intense it vaporizes the falling rain mid-air. White, steam, and scorched black smoke twist together, the scene grotesque and terrifying. Formation, Thunder Chain Lockdown. Elder Meng howls with desperate fury. His 12 elites are all level 20 or above, Thunder-type mages and warriors. They spread into a ring formation, their standard-issue thunderblades and staves resonating at full pitch, thick blue bolts of lightning weaving through the air, forming a massive thunder cage, trying to lock Kai in place. Inside this thunder chain formation, even a level 30 expert would lose a layer of skin. Now kneel, you clown. Kai stands at the center of the formation, not a muscle moving. He doesn't even activate a defensive skill. He simply lets the dense electrical currents lash against his sovereign's domain, filling the air with a sharp, angry hiss, unable to move him even slightly. Shiro, that old ghost is testing your limits. Don't embarrass the sanctum. Kai's voice drops cold. Fine, Thunder Judge. I've been wanting to see what the Thunder Flame Judge is really made of. Shiro lets out a loud laugh, moving like a bolt of lightning. He was born a heaven-chosen Taoist, and now, empowered by the Holy Sovereign's blessing, his footwork leaves trails of layered afterimages in the air. Thunder Flame Edict. Heart burst. Shiro's sword thrusts forward. A fan-shaped shockwave of demonic dark fire fused with Taoist thunder sweeps outward, and the thunder chain formation that seemed unbreakable, the moment it touches this higher-order energy, splits open like butter under a hot blade. A massive gap tears through it. 3 of the formation anchors, Meng clan mages, cough up blood simultaneously and fly backwards. What kind of energy is this? How does a Taoist art carry this kind of demonic corruption? Elder Meng's eyes go wide with disbelief. He has never seen such a bastardized technique in his life, and yet its power is terrifyingly immense. Time to send you off. Kai activates Phantom Gale. His body vanishes from where he stood, leaving only a heat-warp trail in the air. Watch out! Protect the Elder! 2 level 25 Thunder Warriors react in a flash, crossing their shields in front of Elder Meng. Lightning crackles across the shields, forming a massive thunder barrier. Hellfire breath. Kai's figure materializes directly in front of the barrier. His left hand presses forward, just a touch. The dark red devil flame built up in his palm doesn't spread outward. Instead, it condenses into a near-black line of fire, a concentrated thread of devastation, carrying a piercing sharpness that cuts through everything, and lands precisely at the center of the barrier. Crack! The thunder shield, tough enough to withstand artillery fire, melts open a clean hole the instant the fire line touches it. The line doesn't slow. It punches straight through the chests of both warriors behind the shield, and slams into Elder Meng. Boom! A massive explosion rips through the night sky. Half of Elder Meng's clothing burns away instantly. He flies back more than 10 meters and crashes into a wrecked SUV, his face a mask of pure shock. You're already this powerful? Level 14. This is impossible. To insects, miracles always are. Kai slowly pulls his hand back. Behind him, in the ruins of the medicine vault, several load-bearing pillars finally give way and collapse with a thunderous crash. Ding! Meng clan ambush squad crushed. 5,000 devil points gained. Demon of Flame unlocked progress 30%. New form unlocked. Devil wings. Short duration flight and rapid aerial combat. Old man, go deliver a message before you die. Kai walks to the edge of the rubble. He looks down at Elder Meng crumpled on the ground, not a trace of mercy in his eyes. Tell Magnus Meng, and tell Victor, Kai is waiting right here in South River City. However many they send, I'll collect that many bodies. Next time, I come to the Meng estate myself, and I'm taking his head. Now get out. Kai flicks his right hand. A force, gentle but absolute, flings Elder Meng more than 100 meters away. My liege, why not finish him? Shiro sheathes his sword and steps closer, puzzled. Killing him is easy, but a dead man can't spread fear. Kai's gaze shifts to the blazing skyscrapers at the city's core. I want both the Chen and Meng clans, every second from here on out, to live in the shadow of their own extinction. Next stop, South District Docks. The Chen clan's last shipment to the capital is there. Kai's figure dissolves into the fog. Shiro grins and follows without a word. That night, the news Elder Meng carries back detonates like a bomb through South River City's upper society. Everyone comes to understand that the boy once thrown away like garbage has become an unstoppable demon, rising from the city's shadows, jaws wide open. South District Docks. Deep night. A salt-damp river wind rolls in off the water. Dozens of massive cargo ships sit moored along the bank, the largest of them the Chen flagship, belching black smoke, preparing to carry the Chen clan's final reserve of core assets, massive quantities of high-tier enhancement stones and otherworld crystals, to the capital under cover of night. This is the Chen clan's last card. If this shipment reaches the capital, the Chen clan can buy the protection of a capital powerhouse and escape South River City. And this whole mess. Everyone check your gear. The head of the clan said tonight not even a fly gets near this dock. 200 awakens stand ready at the docks, and beyond the Chen clan's own soldiers, the Meng clan has sent their own elites. At the center of the crowd, Victor leans grimly on a heavy earth-yellow scepter. Beside him stands Titan Meng, the Meng clan's second-in-command, known as the Thunder Fist. That kid really dare to show up? Titan rolls his neck, popping it like a string of firecrackers. He's a level 30 berserker at his peak. He will come. Victor's teeth are clenched, his eyes burning. That beast burned the medicine vault. He's trying to cut out my roots. This shipment is the last thorn in his eye. Tonight, I'll make this dock his grave. The words are barely out of his mouth when the previously calm surface of the water erupts. A ball of dark red flame detonates without warning at the center of the river. Boom. The waves surge, and a small wooden boat is launched by the blast, like an arrow released from a bow, cutting through layers of mist and slamming straight into the dock platform. He's here! Every awakened draws their weapon instantly, skill light of every color lighting up the night sky. The boat splinters, and Kai's lean, upright silhouette launches skyward. He actually spreads a pair of wings forged from dark red, flame, and pale blue wind, intertwined into spectral feathers. Devil wings, initial form. He's flying. Victor's pupils shrink to pinpoints. Below level 30, unless you're a dedicated flight type class, aerial combat is simply impossible. Victor, do you like this gift I brought you? Kai hovers high above. Looking down at the mass of people below, he opens his left hand. Between his 5 fingers, a gravity sphere of pure black takes shape. Black star. Kai hurls it straight down. Defense. Shields up now. The black sphere hits the dock's surface and doesn't explode. Instead, it generates a terrifying gravitational pull. Cargo containers, broken stone, and even the lower level awakened nearby are all dragged toward the center against their will. Crack! Crack! Screams erupt everywhere. Dozens of Chen Clan guards are caught in the screams rising from every direction. Dozens of Chen Clan guards are twisted apart by the monstrous gravity, reduced to pulp. You little beast! Die! Titan roars, and launches himself like a raging lion, his massive axe wrapped in devastating lightning, swinging down at Kai in the air. Thunder, fury, strike. First Divine General, your turn. Kai tilts to the side. His wings snap once, easily sidestepping the blade's edge. On it, my liege. From the dark, Shiro's silhouette streaks out like a phantom, his wooden sword blazing as dark red thunder flame weaves into a massive crescent arc of light. Thunder flame blaze. Sky shatter. Boom. The descending wooden sword collides head-on with Titan's axe in midair. The shockwave launches the surrounding cargo containers into the air. Titan, a level 30 berserker, is physically driven back several steps, his grip splitting open. This is wrong, his energy counters mine. Titan seethes with fury and shock, while Kai has already landed on the deck of the Chen flagship. Stop him! Victor swings his scepter like a madman. Countless sharp stone pillars drill up through the deck, trying to cage Kai in. Kai doesn't even turn his head. His right foot stomps the deck. Demon of Earth, Echo. The mutated earth element born from devouring the Taishan relics surges out. Every stone pillar that broke through the surface instantly softens and transforms into scorching ropes of lava that coil back and bind Victor, locking him in place. Victor, that defense you're so proud of, is a joke in front of me. Kai turns, the fire in his eyes painting the entire ship red. This cargo, the Chen clan doesn't deserve it, I'll take it. He presses his left hand to the center of the deck. Devil, energy flows through the hull. The Chen clan doesn't deserve this cargo, I'll take it all. His left hand presses to the deck's center. Devil, energy floods through the ship's frame, engulfing the entire massive vessel in an instant. Ding Chen clan core assets seized. 15,000 devil points gained. Devil's Sanctum containment function triggered. All assets stored in the Devil's Sanctum vault. With a world-shaking crack, the entire 10,000-ton cargo ship vanishes in full view of everyone, swallowed by the dark vortex behind Kai. Victor stares at the empty water where the ship once was. The last breath of fight in him collapses entirely. He coughs up, a mouthful of blood. His whole body goes limp. The Chen clan is finished. Kai stands in the rain, surveying the wreckage of the docks with cold eyes. Next, the Meng clan. Time to collect the rest of what they owe. The flames at the dock slowly die down. But the storm Kai has unleashed across South River City has only just reached its peak. With the vanishing of the Chen flagship, the Chen clan's last shadow of influence among the 5 great clans crumbles completely. In the heart of South River City, the Meng clan's Thunder Manor, a fortress compound spanning hundreds of acres, is suffocating under a pressure no one has ever felt before. Gone. An entire cargo ship. Hundreds of awakened. Just gone. Magnus sits at the head of the room. His once ruddy face is white as paper. He stares at Titan, who crawled back with one arm broken, and presses his palm into the rosewood table hard enough to split it. Brother, that kid is wrong on every level. That Taoist beside him, his energy is unlike anything I've ever felt. And Kai, he didn't even fight with his own hands. A single gravity domain broke us. Titan's jaw is locked tight, eyes full of the particular terror of someone who barely survived. Clan head, something's wrong. A Meng clan member half stumbles, half crawls into the hall, voice shrill and cracking. Crawling in, voice cracking. The gate! Something's been delivered to the gate! Magnus surges to his feet and appears at the manor's front gate in a single blur. The once grand entrance has 2 white jade pillars crumbled to rubble. A massive bronze bell, 3 times the height of a man, sits inverted and perfectly still beneath the Meng clan's nameplate. Carved into the bell, in dark red devil flame, 3 characters, Magnus Mung. The bell's echo hasn't even faded before a voice, cold as ice, reverberates from the mist on all sides. Head of the Meng clan, Victor is already on his way out. This funeral bell, do you like it? You coward, hiding in the shadows, get out here and face me. Magnus erupts with thunder. His full level 32 Thunderlord aura detonates, blasting the surrounding mist apart. As you wish, a deep hum. In the night sky, a dark red vortex tears open. Kai descends, devil wings spread, blazing in 2 colors, drifting down from the vortex, the tip of his foot landing lightly on top of the bronze bell. His black coat whips and snaps in the wind. At this point, Kai's level has already reached 16 after the experience harvest at the docks. Behind him, Shiro floats in the air, wooden sword wrapped in thunder flame, grinning like he's having the time of his life. Old man Mung, bad energy in this place of yours. Way too much dark air. Our liege came personally to fumigate it for you. A sorcerer barely past level 10 talking this big. Magnus's fury twists into a cold laugh, and he sweeps his right hand across the sky. Storm clouds smother the sky in an instant, thunder serpents coiling within. Today I'll clean house in Victor's name. Die. Thunder art, 9 heavens divine thunder. Bolts of blue lightning thick as barrels crash down with the weight of heaven. Gravity reversal, all things converge. The bolts thunder down with heaven's might. Gravity reversal, all things converge. Kai doesn't even dodge. He raises his left hand skyward, and a pitch black gravity singularity forms above his palm. The savage lightning bolts, closing within 10 meters of him, seem to hit an invisible pull, wrenched and compressed, and swallowed entirely by the black hole. What kind of technique is this? Magnus is completely stunned. A Thunderlord's greatest strength is raw explosive power, but right now it feels like throwing full force punches into an endless abyss without stirring a single ripple. My turn. Kai's eyes go cold. Both wings snap wide open. He dives, so fast that sonic booms trail behind him. Devil flame crush. His right hand is no longer just fire. It merges the crushing weight of the Taishan relic with the savage fury of the demon of flame, forming a massive demonic palm of pure lava. Boom. The thunder barrier Magnus throws up shatters the instant the devil palm touches it. Magnus himself is driven straight into the ground by the force. The manor's polished floor explodes outward in all directions. Dust and debris filling the air. Ding. Level 32 Lord class awakened, critically wounded. 12,000 experience points gained. 5,000 devil points gained. Titan sees it happen and howls, swinging his axe at Kai. Your opponent is me. Shiro grins, and his wooden sword darts out like a living serpent. Thunderflame edict. Soul lock. Dark red chains snap around Titan instantly. Shiro follows up with a strike carrying demonic true damage, a burst of thunderflame. The dust settles. Magnus lies in the crater center, chest caved in, staring up at Kai with a face full of disbelief. What class did you actually awaken? This is absolutely not sorcerer. You don't need to know that. Kai drops to the edge of the crater, left hand already condensing a hellfire line sharp enough to end everything. But, just as Kai moves to erase the Meng clan entirely, an impossibly faint yet ancient presence stirs from the forbidden grounds in the manor's back mountain. Young man, know when to show mercy. The Meng clan is not yours to destroy. A weathered voice fills the entire space, followed by a tide of water-type energy, rolling in like ocean waves. Kai draws back the hellfire line and looks up at the back mountain. A slow, excited curve crosses his face. The old monster finally decided to show himself. Perfect. My Devil's Sanctum still needs a proper keystone. System, powerful presence above level 35 detected. Devil challenge quest triggered. Survive 10 minutes against this opponent, or drive them back head-on. Reward, unlock the 4th demon, Demon of Water Basha, master of all water source. As the old voice fades, the lake in the manor's back mountain stirs without any wind, massive waves rising into the air, condensing into a transparent water dragon 100 meters long, and it roars as it crashes toward Kai, a water-type powerhouse. Kai's wings snap. He launches backward into the air, the flame trailing behind him in the sky, leaving a dark red streak. The water dragon slams into the bronze bell, and the seemingly indestructible ancient bell is eaten through by the current in an instant, softened, then reduced to a heap of scrap metal. A gaunt figure walks atop the waves, unhurried. His hair and beard are entirely white, his robes a deep clear blue. His skin like bark soaked in water, mapped with deep wrinkles, like bark soaked in water, deeply creased yet radiating, an endless self-renewing vitality. Patriarch of the Meng clan. Abyss Meng. Level 38. Class. Ocean Sage. Patriarch, save me. Magnus grabs at him, like a drowning man seizing a rope, letting out a pitiful cry. Abyss doesn't spare Magnus a glance. Those clouded yet unnervingly deep eyes lock onto Kai. So young, and yet you command 4 completely different source energies: wind, gravity, fire, and earth. Young man, whoever your master is, his appetite is far too large. Turning South River City into a testing ground. A master? Kai lets out a cold laugh. The sovereign's domain expands again. In all the worlds across, all the heavens, no one is worthy of being my teacher. Old man, if you believe the Meng clan shouldn't fall, then lie down beside them. Demon of flame, hellfire lotus. Kai presses his right hand downward through the air. The entire manor's ground cracks open at once. Countless dark red flame lotuses push up from below. These are no ordinary fireballs. Every single lotus holds a compressed explosive force at its core. Arrogant. Abyss Meng raises his blue crystal, staff with a single gentle tap. Ocean domain, all things go still. A wave of ice-cold water vapor blankets the entire area in an instant. The flame lotuses, on the brink of detonating, dim the moment they meet the water vapor, and are frozen solid in ice crystals. Water beats fire. It's the iron law of elemental counters. Kai, something's off with this old man's water. It absorbs heat. Shiro shouts from a distance. The thunderflame chains in his own hands are already shrinking under the water pressure, by more than half. System, extreme water type suppression detected. Holy Sovereign's devour instinct awakened. Resonance with Demon of Water, Basha triggered. Sacrifice 10,000 devil points to forcibly seize the opponent's water element control. Sacrifice. A flash of ruthlessness crosses Kai's eyes. In that instant, the suppressed fire energy inside him shatters, deliberately, and Kai's presence plummets to almost nothing, as if he's become an ordinary person. Giving up? Abyss shakes his head. A flicker of of genuine pity in his eyes, still too young, in the end. Die. Ocean burial. A vast torrent of seawater pours from the void, wrapping around Kai completely, forming a massive spherical water prison. The pressure inside spikes, enough to crush steel into shards. But, just as Abyss turns to go retrieve Magnus, a quiet, mocking laugh echoes from the center of the water prison. Old man, thanks for the water. A low boom. The once blue water prison turns pitch black in an instant. Brilliant blue demonic markings spread across Kai's skin, and his eyes transform completely into the deep, dim blue of the ocean floor. Demon of water. Basha. Power. Unlocked. A water-type force more ancient, more pure, and more commanding than anything Abyss commands erupts from within Kai, like a bomb going off. The water prison that was meant to kill him now responds like an obedient servant, spinning wildly at Kai's fingertips, reshaping into a black water spear that pierces from earth to sky. How? You're a fire sorcerer. Abyss nearly drops his staff in shock. He has spent 60 years studying water-type magic, and has never once witnessed this kind of domination within the same element. Before this demon, that ocean power of yours is nothing but bathwater. Kai flicks his wrist. The black water spear punches through the void. Abyss throws everything into defense, layer after layer of water walls, but before the black water spear they are paper. The spear drives through Abyss's shoulder, and pins him into the stone cliff of the manor's back mountain. Ding. Forcible seizure of water element control. Successful. Demon of water. Basha. Unlock. Progress, 15%. Passive acquired, ocean absorption, all water-type attacks against the player are nullified and converted into magic recovery. Dead silence falls across the entire field. A level 38 patriarch, crushed head-on by a level 16 teenager in the domain of water itself. Kai drops to the ground before Magnus. His left hand reignites with flame, his right hand pulses with water energy. Any last words, Clan? Magnus stares at the figure in front of him, water and fire, merging in a boy who looks like a demon and a god at once. His whole body gives out. He collapses into the blood pooled around him. He finally understands. He didn't cross the Clan's discard. He crossed something waking up. Something terrifying enough to overturn the entire world. Kai, you win. Magnus closes his eyes, voice barely a rasp. No, this is just the beginning of my rule. Kai spins and launches a blast of devil fire, setting the Clan's main hall ablaze. That night, the Clan falls. The Clan flees. Kai stands amid the fire and the flood, and looks toward the horizon. Out there lies the capital, the true seat of power in the Dragon Nation, where the real players behind the plan to strip him of his class are waiting. Soon, once I gather all 8 demon powers, every world across every heaven will kneel. Ding. Next objective. Travel to the Empire's grand trial. Suppress the nation's greatest talents. Seize the Thunder Core. Unlock Demon of Thunder, Blade.